What if I told you we can predict where the near-term future for Bitcoin is going to be, and also the long-term future? What would you say? Well, let's get into the charts and let's just see where we're going with this. Bam! What's up, guys? My name's Aaron and I am UX Crypto. That's my channel. Please take a look at my other videos, subscribe, like, comment, all of the above. And yeah, let's get into the chart and let me show you what I was talking about. So this is the Bitcoin chart, and I've drawn some lines on this. So I have named them support and resistance lines, and it goes all the way back into 2012. On the very beginning of the bull market, and as you can see, it carries on going through all of the bull market, bear market cycles, everything overall, right? So let's have a little look and see if I can explain this to you guys. So we're looking for support and resistance from these lines, right? So I will zoom in and show you. So at the moment we have support, right? As in so this support here, support here, support here again, support here again, right? So I've drawn like two lines, and I'll show you why. As in so basically this line gets touched like many of times. So you get support with the actual bodies, and then you get the wick, what goes wicks down like around here, and same with here. You had a wick here on the second line, and then overall you have general support structure from the bodies. Same with here, and this was back in 2012. And he was in a bear market back then, and then hey, you get into a bull market and we're off to the races, right? And the wicks are here, and we have resistance now on the wicks, which I'll highlight here. And obviously this is looking kind of dramatic, right? So overall that was an amazing run, and then we hit the bull market top, and then we'll go back down. And where are we going to? We're going back to that structural line I've drawn. So for example, with the bodies and the wicks, what I was just saying to you, so we have, look, a wick down to this line here. This is the wick, and then we actually get brought back up and then break it again, and we stay in between these lines here, and use that as overall structure, right? So this area here. So as you can see, we do play around with that area, right? And then again, right, we're trying to build a momentum back up, and we use this as a structure again. So, you know, touching the wicks on this as well, wick again. So we have multiple touch points now, right? And then hey, we're getting back out of the bear market, going to the bull market, going up. And what do we see? We see a blow off top, right? This is a weekly chart, by the way, so obviously on the daily chart you'll see a lot of structure around here. This is why I've drawn it like this. But yeah, we go through it and then we get back down. As in on the daily chart, it actually does have like two different touch points on here. I'll show that at the end if you really want me to. But yeah, so bam, again, that is now resistance. So what we want to see is we want to see what happens when we get into a bear market, right? So this was the 2017 bull market, by the way, and then we go all the way down and managed to support above that, right? And then we went back up for a little pump, and then hey, we got COVID crash, right? And we actually did hit that line. We had both of those lines, right? That's why I've got two structural lines, right? So we had a straight wick down to that bottom line here. And obviously COVID crash was a big crash with a lot of liquidity gone, and then we went back up and then had resistance around here as well, right? And the same support line, and then we eventually go into a bull market. And this was bull market 2020 started, and then this is where we had resistance again. So as you can see, support and resistance really playing in hand here. So we had resistance here, resistance here. This is all a weekly chart, and then yeah, basically we didn't manage to break above on a weekly chart the resistance again to get even further. That would have meant, you know, we would have had a price of like 76,000 around that for Bitcoin. And then yeah, so we're going down now, right? So obviously we're in a bear market now, and that leads us to today. What does that mean for today? So the same remains true, right? The same exact same thing remains true. So this line here has been a lot of structure, and that means that we have the possibility to go even lower, right? As in, but at the moment, this is holding as good support structure, and we do have opportunity to go a little lower though, right? So for example, if you was to look at the price of go downwards on here, so if we was to draw a little line, let's say from here to here, and you got a little bit of a price target. So the price target is 14,500 around about, and that means that we could potentially drop to that. If we was to drop even lower, let's say we have a little wick just like down here, you know, 14,000, 13,900. So we're talking about 14,000, right? Which could be a possible scenario and still hold support. And yeah, that is the scenario. What could happen, right? What do you guys think? Do you think there's some truth in this? Do you think we're going down a little bit further? What would you be doing if we do go down? I can tell you now, I'll probably be looking to dollar cost average again, buy a bit more if you go down further, because we actually do have structure overall. And you know, as we can see, we've got 12 years of a trend, and it hasn't failed, and it still hasn't failed. So as much as there's a lot of stuff in the media saying, hey, everything's going down, everything's crazy, we're still in support structure, right? And this has actually remained true throughout bull market, bear market, since Bitcoin's been alive, right? And as long as the 4-year cycles keep happening, which they are, it's an algorithmic, it's in the algorithm, it's going to keep happening. So yeah, I have some confidence in this, and whether it goes down a bit more to like 14,000 around that, I'll be looking to accumulate. And yeah, but I mean, what I actually do believe to happen, I think will happen. I think we'll have like a bit of a period where, yeah, maybe something like that might happen, but then overall we're gonna just build up gradually and gradually grow like this. And I think that will be structure overall will happen in 2023, a gradual structure, nothing crazy, as in we might have a scenario where we get like a bit of a bounce like that, go to like 30 something, and then go back down, and we're going to go straight back to the mean, and then eventually we'll continue our bull market. That's the possible scenario I see planning out. And yeah, I think, what do you guys think actually? I would love to know what you guys think. Please write a comment if you think that's a possible scenario of what you guys see happening. Something that I would like to point out in the next video will be coming up very soon, so please subscribe to my channel, and you will be able to see all of these new updates. I have actually a price prediction with data around the halving, so what happens before the halvings, right? And that's a key data I see, just because the halving marks the bull market, right? Like that's when things start going crazy. So do you want to know what price predictions you might be able to have going into the halving? What's the history, right? So I'll show you that in my next video. And yeah, please subscribe. I hope you have a lovely day, and yeah, like, comment, all of that above. See you in the next video. Bam.